Daisy scratched her claws along the earth, sighing. She knew what this would be about. As she looked up at Orchard Star, the leader, she understood that the meeting would be called about her missing sister, who had been gone now for a couple of days. Her sister's name was Rose Mist, the deputy of Shadow Clan, before she one day didn't come back from a patrol. And everyone in the clan knew what happened to her. The beast got to her, Peonydust thought, as she looked towards Gouchade for reassurance. But he was too busy looking up at Orchard Star as he called the clan meeting. Orchard Star made the announcement and called out the meeting words. All cats who can lurk in the shadows, gather beneath Shadow Rock for a clan meeting and its saddening announcement. Orchard Star looked at Peonydust as he frowned at her, and she winced. She was right. The announcement would be about Rose Mist. Our deputy, our loyal friend Rose Mist, has been taken by the beast, he meowed. Please dip your heads in condolences for our passed-on deputy. Peonydust dipped her head, a tear running down her face, as Gouchade also dipped his head. Maplespot rolled his eyes, but also begrudgingly nodded. Who will take her place? Maplespot quickly said towards Orchard Star. Orchard Star narrowed his gaze down on his past apprentice. I will appoint a deputy at sundown. Since our clan is thinning, I want everyone to watch out and be aware of their surroundings. Orchard Star called. Yes, rolled her eyes at Maplespot. Come on! Do you not know anything about the warrior code? They pick at sundown, idiot. Peonydust spat, venom almost inclusive in her words. I was wondering that too, Gouchade admitted, and Peonydust frowned slightly. I heard, Peonydust, Maplespot growled, as Orchard Star gave a bow and spoke again. Thank you for your time. If there is any final questions, ask me. Every cat shook their head at Orchard Star as they began speaking in their own little huddles of what was left of the clan. Well, that wasn't pleasant. Gouchade meowed first. Peony just nodded in agreement. I don't think that could have gone worse, she meowed, her voice cracking as faint tears began rolling down her face again. I still can't believe Rose Mist is gone, she whispered to herself as the three saw Orchard Star leap and run into his den. Cats go missing all the time. That old sheik-out had to go and die on us. It's not really surprising, Maplespot meowed as she rolled her eyes. Peonydust got up, her tail fluffing up in anger. She wasn't old! You're so cruel, Peonydust snarled, her claws flexing on the rock, but then sheathed again. You're so cruel, she meowed. Gouchade flinched as he watched the two bicker. As Peonydust spoke again, saying words she would almost always regret. I honestly wish the beast got you, she snarled, as her tail loomed up in a defensive position. That's a bit harsh, don't you think? Gouchade intervened. It's not a good thing to wish death upon others, he meowed, serious. Maplespot snorted. I'm not gonna die so easy. I'm not weak enough to die anyways. No beast can take me down, she meowed, puffing out her chest in confidence. Both of you are mouse brains. Her words cracked as she raced out of camp, the grass blades licking up upon her legs. She found a nice quiet spot underneath a conifer tree. Eventually, Peonydust decided to go back to camp, but before she did, she grabbed a flower of borage, knowing that it would be better to come back to the clan with something to help them out. She raced through the grasses. This time, her tears were dry, and she managed to pull herself together. She wouldn't let Maplespot get to her again. She came into camp as a confidence radiated off her. It wasn't that visible, but she made an effort. She raced into camp, but slowed down when she got fully in, and into the medicine den to put back the herbs she had gotten on her little detour outside of camp. She stepped out of the medicine den towards her two clanmates. Just wait for me to become deputy. I'm going to make some changes around here, Maplespot meowed as Peonydust approached. Peonydust looked at her with a scowl. How was she so sure she would become deputy? There were two other candidates, including Sharpelt, who would get better any day now. What cats are you going to change? Peonydust meowed. There's only two of us, not including me and Sharpelt, but still. We aren't going to go disappearing, that's what. One by one like a bunch of mouse brains. Peonydust looked at them, as Orchard Star seemed to leave his den but then returned back into it, circling and laying in his nest. Maplespot looked at Peonydust. Ah, little Peonydust is back. How splendid. She snorted, sarcasm radiating off of her. Well, how are you gonna fix how many cats are gonna leave? We're not controlling that, Goucher meowed calmly, ignoring Peonydust's loud, argumentative comments. I will find a way. I am quite wonderful, Maplespot meowed. Goucher, I'm going to tell you this now. You're not gonna... Peonydust meowed, interrupting Maplespot's words. Maplespot is gonna have kittens so that the clan will become bigger, she laughed, and Gooseshade began giggling as well. That's so correct, Peonydust. He smiled at her, and she smiled back at him, both of them looking at Maplespot with cheeky grins. That is quite funny, he meowed. Peonydust nodded as Maplespot didn't find it too funny and began yelling at them. Why would I have to have kittens? I'm going to become deputy, and that'll just weigh me down. Literally. She laughed at her own joke as Gooseshade and Peonydust just looked at her. Anyways, what cat am I going to have kittens with in this idiot clan? Both of the Toms are complete mouse brains, and one of them is my mentor. She snorted and glared at Peonydust. Peonydust rolled her eyes and looked off, then looked back at Maplespot. You'll find one. I'm sure you can find a good rogue that would happily oblige to becoming your kit's father. Anyway, you might not be deputy. I could become deputy, or Gooseshade, or even Sharpelt. Even though she is quite a clumsy cat, she will probably make a better deputy than you. What do you mean? I'm the best option, Maplespot growled. Heartily. Peonydust snarled as she felt a burning stare from somewhere. Maybe it was a rogue. I'm the best option. Like I said before, I'm good at hunting, I'm beautiful, and I have good ideas. You're none of those things, and Gooseshade's too much of a soft paw. You probably won't even hurt a fly, she snarled. I think we should just look around for more cats, she meowed. Maybe a rogue or two could help benefit this clan. The arguing was done as Orchard Star leaped up onto his rock and began prepping himself for the new deputy meeting. He began speaking, and each of their cats' attention burned on him. As dusk quickly fell down into the sky and onto the cats, Peonydust saw Sharpelt limp out of the medicine den. As Peonydust asked if she was feeling better, the Molly nodded quickly. "Wait, it's almost moon high," Peonydust meowed to them as they assembled underneath the rock, watching as the large, dappled, and very brindled Tom climbed up onto the shadow rock, looking down on them with a solemn face and a serious expression. This was going to be the moment that would almost change everything, she thought. Would it be her or Maplespot, or even Gooseshade, or even the wily Sharpelt? Who would become the next deputy of ShadowClan, and maybe even restore their humanity and defeat the beast? Orchard Star sat his haunches down with a sigh and called out the meeting words. "All cats who can lurk in the shadows, gather beneath Shadow Rock for a clan meeting for the new deputy of ShadowClan." He looked directly at Peonydust, then to Maplespot, and then Gooseshade, and then Sharpelt. This was really a mystery. "I took some time thinking today," he meowed. "This clan has been a burden on me for quite some time without a deputy, and that's why I have decided my new deputy. StarClan has spoken a little, and I have realized the perfect option for ShadowClan's needs." He looked quite solemn again as he thought for a moment, looking at the deep, dark, and black sky above him. Rose misspoke? Peonydust thought. Perhaps. I mean, she was a part of StarClan now, Peonydust thought. Next to her, Gooseshade looked around camp, excitedly, also wondering who the new deputy would be. "So, that's why I'm making my decision," Orchard Star continued on. "This cat is quite a strong hunter, good at ideas, and easily one of the strongest warriors out of our mini clan." He meowed. "That's why my choice of deputy is..." Maplespot got up, expecting for it to be her, as she wildly and enthusiastically began thanking everyone. But that didn't how it turned out. Orchard Star quickly called Peonydust's name, and she looked at him, confused. Her? Why would she be deputy? "You are a strong and loyal warrior, Peonydust, and that's why I expect you to take my leadership when the day comes that I pass on to StarClan." "Her? That's not fair!" Maplespot spat back, her words icy and tart. Peonydust looked at her, but ignored her for the first time ever as she took her position on the deputy rock, looking down at Gooseshade with a smile, and then to Sharpelt with as well a smile.